Hi, Scott here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am going to talk big picture with you now. I always say to you, dream big and of course take action. So let's have a look at the big picture, the dreaming big part. So financial freedom. What do you really need to become financially free? Now, in the old days, when I was growing up, many years ago, we would have said $1 million. A millionaire is good, right? A millionaire, you're set for life. Unfortunately, that's not the case. No, we're not even close to it. If you want to be really financially free these days, you need to have about $10 million in your account. Now this information I'm giving you here actually comes from a guy called Grant Cardone. And he's a self-made millionaire. He's made his money from investing in houses. But the important thing here is just the concept behind how you become financially free. You don't just earn your money and stash it away in the bank. That's completely the wrong way to do it. What you have to do is generate passive income. But let's go back to the $10 million. I'm going to go through it, break down what you should do with your money as you earn it, and therefore you then have a target for how much you need to earn to be on the path to become financially free. Does that make sense? So we're after big picture. We're after freedom, right? After freedom. So financial freedom comes with, if you have this much as a net worth, you're set. $10 million, you're set. Now that comes from, with $10 million invested wisely, you have enough passive income coming in to live a wonderful life. But don't let the number scare you, okay? It's the concept behind it I want to really go through with you. And you have to sort of work backwards. So we go forwards first and I'll explain why. So, your income. Your income. You need to work out how much you need to earn so you can live your life. And it's not a matter of earning enough and saving a bit. You never ever reach this figure by doing it that way. This is his method. And it's a great method. I wish I knew this a good few years ago. So of your income, 40%, that will go straight to tax man, right? That's gone. 40% of your money is gone. Next 40%. This is what goes towards your net worth, your growing your net worth. This is what you're going to pay you. All rich people pay themselves first. Well, I guess you pay a taxman first, but what's left, you pay yourself first. Because if you don't look after yourself, you're never ever going to create your freedom. So this is for you. What does that leave? 20%, right? That 20% is what you need to live on. Now think about that. This is your living expenses. This is having a good life, but you're not yet buying your big house and your Ferrari and all those wonderful things. This is just to get by. So what you do, you have your income target, which we'll get to in a minute. Only 20% of the income target is actually to live on. So you don't live like a king yet. All this time, till you create this money, this $10 million, you don't live like a king. You live like well, I guess you want to enjoy life, but you don't want to be spending too much. The less you spend, the more you can save, the quicker you get to this target, financial freedom. So this is your 20% that you have to live on. That's really your fixed figure. Right? Because you know how much it costs for you to live. You might find you can live on $5,000 a month. Probably not. I imagine my expenses, I've got family with 2 kids. I'm basically spending 10 grand a month. That's what I need to have in my 20%. Work it out for yourself. Just go through your bills. How much you spend on a credit card, power, rates, mortgage or rent for your house, whatever it might be. come up with this figure here. And once you work that out, you can then of course work out what your income needs to be. So for me, if 20% of my income is 10,000, I need to earn 50 grand a month. I'm not even close to it. But this is where it gets interesting, because now your brain has to think something different. Your brain has to think forward. It doesn't think I get paid this much and I need this much to live and I save a little bit. I need to earn 50 grand. And I imagine your figure won't be too far from that. A bit lower, a bit higher, don't know. Depending on where in the world you live. This is Australian dollars, by the way. So US might be a bit lower and UK pounds might be a bit lower. That's my target. That is my big, if you can see that, that's my big target. So 50 grand a month. That's going to be tough, of course it is. But that's a target to aim for. So when I get to this level, I know I can put 40% away here to the tax man. They take it anyway. No choice on that one, right? 40% will go into my big freedom bucket, and then 20% living expenses to live on. So the more I can reduce this, the more money I can put into my pot. Now, just to let you know, I'll give you a link to Grant Cardone's actual talk where he goes through this. It's a great idea, good way to think how you break up your money and how you can work out exactly what you need to earn to create your freedom. This money here does not sit in the bank. You sit in the bank, you lose money. Right, the rate of inflation is always less than the money you get in the bank. This is all. Blue again. This $10 million is all stashed away somewhere. Grant Cardone is a property man, so he loves property. Not a very balanced portfolio maybe, but you can still balance it of course by wherever you buy your properties. But the fact is, this 40% of your money that's going towards your $10 million bucket needs to go into something that produces income, right? You know about Rich Dad Poor Dad. He goes in quite clearly what's an asset. Sorry, not income, it should be an asset. He goes quite clearly what's an asset and what's a liability. You need an asset because you've got to generate passive income from it. So by investing your money into an asset, like in this case property, you'll be getting a monthly income all the time. You always want to buy things that are producing a monthly income, because cash flow is king, right? So the more you build up this bucket, the more income you're generating passively, while you're still earning and still building and building and building. And as you get closer to your 10 million, as you start building up your net worth, you'll accelerate because you now have more of an income coming in. And eventually when you get to a passive income of exceeding that, whatever you require for the month, when your net income, if your passive income exceeds that, you can think about quitting your job. Or you can still do 2 jobs and then you can build it up faster. So I found it useful. It's a good way just to think of how to build your net worth. Now this is really hard. Grant Cardone says this quite clearly. This is really hard to do because generating this money here, whatever yours might be, well, for me it's impossible right now. Right? Simple. So I can't do that. But I've got a target. I have an income already from my day job, and I have an income from my other marketing job, and that income will grow. And I hope this is my target. And all the time I'm building this wealth and investing it in assets that produce monthly income. So I found it useful, give you an idea of what target to aim for. Don't get too blown away by this massive figure. You've got to start somewhere, right? But having an idea of how to plan it go through your daily expenses, your monthly expenses, work out what you need to earn, work out what your income has to be, then just think how you're going to get there. If you don't aim for that, you'll never ever become free, because you have to have a passive income. Yeah, that's how you get real freedom. Your vehicle for doing that, that's your choice. Mine is marketing, online business. That's my vehicle. Grant Cardone, he uses property, and he's got businesses as well on the side. But whatever your vehicle might be, you've got to find a vehicle that's going to give you whatever your monthly income you need, so you can build up your net worth. Okay? If you find it useful, stop and build my lifestyle. Dream big. Take lots of action. Speak to you soon. See ya.